My name is Takashata. I'm from Super License from Japan. Car number 2.
大家好，我是田海涛，是在 F3A 的系列赛中参加的是在 Motorsport 车队中国原创车队，我的车号是3号。
Hello, my name is Louis Prat. I'm from Monaco. We're here in Shanghai with Black Arts Racing, and I will be holding the car number 4 for this weekend.
比较愉快，我代表 Zen Motorsport 驾驶5号赛车，我来自中国上海。
大家好，我是 EMC2 Racing 的刘哲轩，来自上海，我的车号是6号。
Hello, my name is Tomoki Takahashi. Car number 7 from with Super License. I'm from Japan.
Hi, my name is Jeremy Mohammed from Kenya. I'm racing for SVC Asia and I'm car number 8.
Hi, my name is Thomas Ludi. I'm racing this Black Cart Racing car number 9. Born and raised in Switzerland, but been in Shanghai for the last 20 years. Excited to be racing at my home race this weekend. Cheers!
Hello， 我是梁汉昭，来自澳门，然后是在 Dragon High-Tech GP 车队。
Hi, my name is Raoul Hyman. I'm racing with Dragon High-Tech GP in car number 27, and I race for Great Britain.
Hi, my name is Akash Neil Nandi. I drive for Absolute Racing. My car number is 29 and I'm from Malaysia.
My name is Dragon. I come from Japan. Car number is 30. 上海サーキットは初めてですけど頑張ります。
I'm Akash Gowda, racing for Team M Sport from India. Car number 33. Thank you.
Hi guys, Jake Hughes, 24 years old, from Birmingham, United Kingdom. I race the number 34 Dragon High-Tech GP car, and you join us this weekend in Shanghai International Circuit for round 3 of Asian Formula 3.
I'm Jaden Conwright, driver of Absolute Racing, car number 80, and I'm from Fremont, California, USA.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Formula 3 Asian Championship certified by FIA. This weekend we have 3 races, race 7, race 8 and race 9. And at the race 7 yesterday, Jake Hughes from Dragon High-Tech GP team started at the pole position and take the champion mightily, which is also his first champion already. Alongside is his teammate Raoul Hyman, who had a really amazing performance yesterday. And the gap between them is only 16 points, so who will take the top 1 rank after this race we will find out. And besides, we have 3 native drivers, Yu Kuai, Ying Hai Tao from the motorsport team, and the champion of the Master Cup, Liu Zeshen. They are racing at their hometown circuit, so who will win the champion and give us more surprises? Stay tuned.
各位大家上午好，欢迎收看国际汽联亚洲赛方程式锦标赛上海站的现场直播。那么本周我们有3个回合的正赛啊，在昨天的第7回合的比赛中，来自 Dragon High-Tech GP 的英国车手 Jake Hughes， 他是从杆位发车取胜，拿下了他个人本赛季的第4个冠军，可以说是非常强势的表现。同时呢，这个周末我们的一大看点是 Jake Hughes 和他同样是来自英国的车手Raoul Hyman。这2个人呢，一个是雪邦站之后的全车手积分榜第1，另外一个是宁波站之后到目前为止的车手积分榜领头羊。那么他们的积分差距呢，只有16分。那么我们可以大胆的猜测一下，在本站之后，上海站之后啊，2位队友之间谁会是我们本赛季的半程冠军？同时呢，我们也可以关注一下在上海这条赛道上比赛的几位本土车手，分别是来自 Zen Motorsport 的于快和尹海涛，以及昨天第7回合正赛大师杯组别的冠军刘泽轩。那么在本土赛场上的比赛，他们会不会持续给我们带来不一样的东西呢？我们拭目以待。那么今天呢，我们也是很荣幸的请到了我们亚洲 F3官方赛车用油的合作伙伴福斯润滑油中国有限公司市场营销总监杨致远先生。我们请杨致远先生呢为我们介绍一下我们福斯生产的油品在我们亚洲 F3的赛车上分别是在哪些部位会发生一些重要的作用。那么我们现在有请杨先生。
大家好，那我是福斯润滑油的市场部总监杨致远。 那很高兴呢，今天有这个机会在这边跟大家介绍一下福斯的产品在 F3上的这个应用。那福斯跟 F3的这个合作呢，我们自从最早的Sirocco Cup 到后面的 Formula Master 到现在的 F3 Asian Championship， 那我们为整个赛事提供的是全系列的润滑产品，无论是发动机油、变速箱油、齿轮油、刹车油、防冻液等等，在包括了轮毂轴承润滑脂跟转向节润滑脂。就总而言之呢，在这个赛车上的所有的这个润滑产品都由福斯来提供。那我们也保障了整个赛事的一个顺利运行。那我们跟Top Speed 的合作已经接近10年的时间了，谢谢。那我把这个话筒交还给到主持人。
So you dominated the race yesterday and you're really close to the top 1 rank. So what's your strategy today?
Try to get a good start again. We can.
Okay, so you had a really amazing performance yesterday and still there is a decent compete between you and Jack. So what are you going to do to overtake him today?
Well, yesterday wasn't ideal. We tried a few things on the car setup that didn't really work for me. So today, just basically focus on going forward, have a really good start. If I can't do him off the start, then hopefully I'll just stick with him and do him later on in the race. But just focused on pace, trying to make a step forward, and let's see what we can do. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So you gave us so many surprises yesterday, and today we are expecting more from you. So what's your strategy today?
Yesterday, machine setting is very good. Today, a little bit change the setting, so maybe it's okay. But I want Jake and Laro Heimann, and I pass position, finish. I want pass position, finish.
Okay, thank you. 咱们对这个上海的赛道做一个点评吧。您觉得这样天气情况下对您的发挥会有什么样的影响？
没什么特别影响啊，大家也一样吧。就天气比较阴凉嘛，也对车子是比较好的，然后也就那样吧。好的，
好，谢谢。谢谢。
Welcome back to Shanghai International Circuit for the third stop of the 2018 F3 Asian Championship, certified by the FIA. Great race yesterday to kick off the third event of this year. We're going down the grid. There's James Yu. That Ayrton Senna inspired helmet. He will be starting from the 4th row of the grid. Of course, the grid for race 2 set by the fastest laps of each driver from the first race. So that was around 7. We saw that yesterday, and it was another whitewash for the team that has been so strong so far this year, High-Tech Dragon GP. Jake Hughes, well, 4th win from 4 starts from the young British driver. Raoul Hyman, he did a great job, crossed the line in position 2, started position 2. Tomoki Takahashi, he did a good job too to work his way past Charles Leong, the 3rd of the High-Tech Dragon GP drivers towards the final stages of the race to jump into that third spot on the podium in the super license entry. Charles Leon fourth to start this race, so from the outside of the second row, behind them Akash Nandi and Jaden Conroy.
一个周末的国际骑联赛及亚洲三级方程式的比赛呢，会有3回合的正赛，2回合的排位赛。1回合的正赛呢，根据第一节排位赛的成绩决定发送顺位，而第2回合的正赛，也就是即将进行的正赛呢，将会根据第1回合正赛的最快圈速决定。
Who finished 7th, had been running very close to the tail of the battle for 3rd early in the proceedings, but ultimately dropped back to position number 7. Jeremy Wahome had a big job ahead of him yesterday and worked himself forward and then back and then forward again, and ultimately finished in 8th position. Liu in position number 9 and Yin across the line in position number 10. They will start from 9 and 10 in this race. Thomas Ludi will start from position number 11. Dragon, who did a great job in the VMAX Racing entry, position number 12. Takashi Hata didn't have the best of days in the second of the super license entries. He ultimately spent about 4 laps in pit lane. Louis Pret, he had a drama too and couldn't complete the opening lap, and we saw Akash Gowda as the 15-second board goes up. Teams go out and try and get some temperature into these control GT tyres. Akash Gowda unfortunately not able to get off the line and was pushed away. So he will be looking to get his first racing laps at Shanghai International Circuit underway. Of course, this is the 3rd stop of this season, which began back in Malaysia, 13th and 15th of July. Most recently, we're at Ningbo for some very spirited racing, much shorter, tighter circuit, not like the F1 venues, the Helmut Tilke designed Formula 1 venues of Malaysia and China. As we start in Malaysia, finish the season in Malaysia towards the close of November. And Ningbo at the start of this month, just 3 weeks ago, we'll be back in Ningbo in 3 weeks' time, 12th and 14th of October, before going into the final, 23rd and 25th of November. Of course, the Control Tartus chassis, 1.7 litre turbo Alfa Romeo power plant has been very, very impressive. Of course, the world is watching the F3 Asian Championship this year because it is the first FIA F3 Championship to adopt the FIA's new global vision for the formula with a single chassis, single engine formula. It has been very, very successful so far this year. It's been a building year, like any new introduction. You see the halo, very much like F1 and F2 now, following along that line of safety. It's been very, very important. We've seen that come into effect in all categories so far this season. So there's been some dramatic runs in F1 with cars going over the top, designed to protect the driver. It's done its job famously. So, what will happen today? Who can do anything about high-tech Dragon GP? Conditions a little bit cooler than they have been for most of this week. It's been very humid. Temperatures in the mid to high 20s. Saw a little bit of sunshine creep out yesterday during the Blancpain GT Series Asia race. But that was later in the day, so a lot of that mist in the air is actually moisture. So we might see that clear for the second race, the third event, sorry, for the third race, the 9th round of the championship later this afternoon, 3:55 PM local time. We've just gone 10:15 here, ready for a start. So a couple of laps down, sorry, a couple of minutes down. Get ready to come to the line for a standing start, and we will be away. Drivers being as aggressive as they can to try and get temperature into this relatively hard compound GT tyre. The GT Compete GTR1, perfectly suited to the formula, but does take a little bit of work to get tyre temperature up. That's what all the ducking and weaving's about. They want to try and maintain that as best they can. Unfortunately, a bit of an aborted start yesterday, and that ultimately meant that a lot of that tyre temperature build-up and the effort that they'd put in during the first roll-around, they had to do again after Akash Gowda had dramas off the start. So we'll be hoping to get around and away from proceedings, or get proceedings underway rather. Green flag at the rear. Once they're happy with it, everybody's lined up, green flag will go, lights on, lights out, and we will be underway with the 8th race of this exciting new F3 Asian Championship. Jake Hughes, pole position, championship points leader, Rail Hyman alongside, lights on, And we're underway with round 8 of the 2018 FIA F3 Asian Championship. The two high-tech drivers going head-to-head into turn 1. And it's now the three of them with Charles Leong going around the outside, on board with Charles Leong. That's a great start. Now, has he gone around Hyman or has he gone around Hughes? Got almost identical liveries. Take a look at the race entry number, and that is Rail Hyman. So as expected, he set the fastest qualifying time in each of the rounds he started this year. Missed the round at Ningbo, but outside of that, Jake Hughes has been impressive. Oh, Takahashi's gone up the inside. This is a repeat performance of yesterday, that blue and black car from Absolute Racing. That is Akash Nandi, the young man from Malaysia, looking to move forward. Started from position number 7. In fact, he started from position number 5. He's holding on to position 5 and trying to work his way further forward. Charles Leong now under attack from the Absolute Racing driver. There is the number 7 entry of Takahashi, who finished 3rd yesterday. Followed the 3 high-tech Dragon GP entries around for the bulk of the race and dived through to take that position in the closing stages of race 1 yesterday. That, of course, was round 7 of the championship. Good battle further back. The Black Arts Racing entries fighting too with the Zen Motorsport team. Just Jake Hughes leading again, as he did yesterday, as he dominated at Sepang during the opening rounds of the season. Very strong in Europe, GB3, F3, getting plenty of miles on the board. Of course, racing for high-tech Dragon GP, as they are here in Asia this year for this maiden season of the F3 Asian Championship. Opening up a nice lead, fastest second sector. Obviously, it's the opening race. Takahashi looking very racy, trying to get past Hyman. He's not going to go up the inside there, locks the right front. Got to be careful on the exit not to get out too far onto that AstroTurf. That can bring drivers unstuck. All this is doing, it was a good battle. Back for 3rd position, Takahashi under fire. So Charles Leong looking to move forward. It is Akash Nandi still in position number 5. Jaden Conright on screen. The second of the Absolute Racing entries. Looking to improve his championship points. Takahashi again trying to get through again on Charles Leong. Leong's gone wide, Takahashi looking for the inside, but of course it's a left-hander after you get through turn 2 into turn 3, and Charles Leong is going to hold on to this position. These two have been fantastic. Don't want to be rubbing, well, usually it's rubbing guards in GT racing, but certainly you don't want to be rubbing wings in Formula racing. Good, close, tight racing, but you don't want to touch any of these bits of the car, especially with exposed open wheelers. Oh, good dive by Takahashi down at turn 6. Up the inside as Leong got better drive off the exit of the corner, side by side in the run down to turn 7. And Akash Nandi the whole while is just thinking, where do I need to be situated on track to be able to make a move through and take advantage of these two drivers fighting. At the moment, there is no opportunity to get through. It's wider than a New York street at the moment. He's just doing what he can to hold station on board with Charles Leong again. Back to 4th, has been back up to 3rd, started from 4th, got the run on Takahashi. The super licensed driver now just needs to put the head down and charge. Nandi ahead of Conright, they are in positions number 5 and 6. James Yu back in position number 7, and Jeremy Mahoney still holding down position 8 where he started this race. Louis Pret, after that drama yesterday and starting further back, like Takahashi Hata, in positions 9 and 10, starting their charge further forward in this field. Liu's back to position number 11, in position 12. Thomas Ludi to 13th. Akash Gowda, well, he's managed to turn his first lap, racing lap here at Shanghai International Circuit, position number 14. And Dragon bringing up rear of field at the moment in the B-Max Racing entry. What a great fight this was yesterday, and it's carrying on to be a great fight again. Jake Hughes, well, by virtue of winning his 4th straight race yesterday, has moved to 2nd in the provisional championship points, 100 points to Rahul Hyman's 116. 93 points now for Jaden Conright, who came into the Shanghai round in position number 2. He is further back in this field. Jake Hughes is doing just what he did yesterday, charging away at the front of the field. Fastest first sector, fastest second sector. Not fastest third sector, fastest third sector. Well, that went to the 3rd of the high-tech Dragon GP entries of Charles Leong. But fastest lap of this race, we saw him punch out a string of 206s yesterday. 206.310 for Jake Hughes, the young Englishman at the front of this field, as this battle between Charles Leong, who's back to 3rd position, goes on. Takahashi again down the inside. at turn 6, and all the while, whilst they're changing positions, they're dropping further and further back. They're now 4 seconds back from the race leader. And you can see Hughes is just charging away. Hyman sitting in a comfortable watching brief as he did yesterday, just 1.6 seconds back from his teammate. We spoke about it yesterday, even though Jake Hughes did only do the opening round at Sepang in Malaysia, and he's back here for Shanghai. He has won everything he started so far. He did miss that important round at Ningbo. That was 75 championship points that he missed out on. And I guess what that did was open the door for his rivals to actually make amends whilst he was absent. But unfortunately for them, he's back and he's dominating. And if he takes this victory, Rahul Hyman had a comfortable buffer coming in. In fact, was holding a lead over Jake Hughes by 23 points. That margin now down to 16. He could lose another 7 today if things end the way they are. Having said that, well, fastest first sector, fastest second sector, Rahul Hyman, he is on the charge. What can he do to close down that lead? 1.64 seconds coming into this lap. Just 2 laps in the books, 18 minutes, just under 19 minutes left in this race, a long way to go. What can he do to try and break the back of this advantage that Jake Hughes has in this team at the moment? We come to the line again. What is the margin? Well, the margin is basically identical. 206.273 for Jake Hughes, 206.302. So a faster lap. He may not have set the fastest sectors, but overall he has set the fastest lap of this race. Takahashi on screen, the car number 7 from Super License, where you can see where Charles Leong is. He's starting to drop back very wide into turn 1, although he's got a good exit in the run through 2-3 and closed in again under the tail of the Japanese driver's car. He is back to position number 4. Seemingly Akash Nandi can't seem to do too much about that advantage that those 2 drivers immediately ahead of him have. Last time round 207.891, the low 207s for Takahashi and Charles Leong. We go on board with Charles. He's been a real revelation so far this year. He's been driving very, very well and is no doubt learning an immense amount from those 2 European drivers that are running away at the front of this field. Jake Hughes, Rahul Hyman doing a fantastic job, but don't discount Tomoki Takahashi. He has really been another of the revelations this year. And of course the world is watching as the maiden season of the F3 Asian Championship, certified by the FIA, gets underway. This could well become the blueprint for F3 competition worldwide. Of course, it will be adopted globally next year. Currently working on engine and chassis manufacturers. The American Championship has also begun. In the heartland of global motorsport, as it is at the moment, certainly the Asian region is growing exponentially every year. And China is on the cusp of booming to become arguably the biggest motorsport market in the world. So it's great to see these emerging young Asian drivers coming through. But certainly at the moment, it's the experienced English drivers that are leading the way. Like any form of motorsport or any form of sport, experience counts. There is no substitute. Backside in a race car. Simulation's fun, simulation's great, but you talk to any serious racing driver and they will tell you, doesn't matter how good the simulator is, there is no substitute for race miles on a circuit. And the feel of your backside in a race car. 206.165, Jake Hughes just set the fastest lap of this race on lap 4. Goes to show you the durability of these GT tyres. 2 sets of tyres from the beginning of the 2 qualifying sessions to the end of the 3 25-minute races. We should see about 13 laps if safety car interventions do not interrupt the process. There is James Yu on circuit, currently sitting in position number 7. That are the iconic colours of Air Senna on the helmet. Now I've just watched Jeremy Wahomey from 8th position come down pit lane. That's not a great start for the young man who didn't do a bad job yesterday. Of course, the English-based Kenyan driver, Ferris VC Asia, has just come down pit lane underneath my commentary position here. So there he is on screen. Let's hope that they can get something going. Look at the left front. Hopefully been no contact. Well, they're pulling not only the left front, they're pulling the front wing out from underneath the front of the car. So has he had contact somewhere along the line and there's been damage? So unfortunately for Jeremy Wahomey, it's not like he'll be going too much further at present. With the top 10 in the championship award and championship points, that will be very disappointing with 15 cars in this field. up front, where you can see the advantage that Jake Hughes has over Rahul Hyman. Now, just on 2 seconds. Hyman last time around 206.4, 207.2 for Takahashi, who has kind of broken the back. It's 9/10 now, his advantage over Charles Leong, who's gone from attack into defence mode. He has Akash Nandi immediately behind the top left corner of the screen. There they are, coming down to turn 14, deep, hard under brakes, a little bit bumpy, but not too bad. Oh, locked wheel again for Takahashi. We saw that on the opening couple of laps. The problem with flat spotting a tyre is as the tyre rotates and you come to a point where you're retarding speed quite heavily. 2:05.771, Jake Hughes. Wow, that is a stunning lap. 2:05.771. I have to say it again. That is super impressive. So, of course, qualifying, we say that's super impressive. Qualifying times, they too are super impressive. Need to find the sheet. I've gotten so excited I've buried it. 2:06.27 and 2:04.855, if you don't mind, in the opening qualifying session, which set the grid for yesterday's race. The grid for today's race set by the fastest laps yesterday, and the grid for race 3 this afternoon was set by Q2 yesterday. So we will get to that later, but not surprisingly, Jake Hughes will start from pole position, as he has done in every race in this championship he has entered this year. Can't say enough about the performance of the young man for the High-Tech Dragon GP team. 20 miles under his belt all over the world. He'll be enjoying his experience here on the international circuits. Of course, the home of the Chinese Formula 1 Grand Prix. And let's face it, F3 is a big part of things in the progression through to F1. Here, Ebony.
So can you tell us what happened in the circuit while your car broke down?
I had a bit of contact on the first lap with, sorry, I can't remember his name, at turn 6. We went side by side and he just squeezed me on the curb, so we touched, but I thought it was wheel to wheel, so I didn't know my front wing was damaged, so I was okay to continue. But then from the next lap I had so much understeer, that's why the car behind was so close to me. So I was braking into turn 14 and I could feel the car was turning to one side, and then I locked up, so it's only when I came into the pits is when I saw that the front wing was loose. So I guess it was only from the turn 6 contact, because I didn't touch anyone else apart from that. But yeah, it's a shame, but yeah.
Well, there you go. You heard firsthand from Jeremy Wahomey what went on. It's pretty rare to break the front wing off a race car without some sort of contact with either a barrier, which it didn't appear to have had, or a rival. So unfortunately for him, holding 8th position and looking to try and move forward, he came into this round a little bit further back in the order, was in position number 12, had missed the Ningbo round, unfortunately too for him. Akash Nandi on screen, still in position number 5, but no way to build a championship point score by sitting in pit lane, but unfortunate when contact is made, and for him, well, effectively there isn't a lot to gain. He would be now 3 laps or so back, and even if they did replace the wing, he's going to need some minor miracle to record a strong haul of points. So we're on lap 7, we're about halfway through, in fact further than halfway now, 11.5 minutes to go. Jake Hughes leading by 2.8 seconds. Rahul Hyman still hanging in there. He's got a 6-second advantage now over Takahashi, who still has Charles Leong in his wake. So could be that Leong learned something yesterday in the 3rd of the High-Tech Dragon GP entries. Of course, he wasn't dive bombed. Certainly Takahashi predicted where he could make his move on the last lap yesterday, and he left the move until the dying stages. So now Charles Leong has the advantage of watching his Japanese rivals circulate, where he's quick, where he's not, where there may be an opportunity to make a move on that last lap, and could it be a reverse roll? It's the front of the field, 2 High-Tech Dragon GP entries who started 1 and 2 yesterday, started 1 and 2 for race number 2, round number 8 this morning. Still holding down that position. Unfortunately, there is Jeremy Wahomey, can do nothing more than watch on. Good crowd again starting to build here. It's only early at Shanghai International Circuit. Traditionally, things don't tend to get fired up until midday. So by the time we get to the 3rd race, round 9 of the championship this afternoon at 3:55, you could expect those grandstands will be well filled and a strong audience to see what is the breeding ground for future international talent. Of course, go-karts for many drivers is where it all begins. logical next progression through to categories like Formula 4 and then into Formula 3. The idea being that you can step from F3 into F2, and as we've seen in past seasons, F3 has also been the breeding ground in Europe to drive in Formula 1. Well, Akash Nandi really has got the number 29 entry hooked up. It is right behind Charles Leong as he goes through turn 3. And Leong can see Takahashi's keeping one eye on the Japanese driver and his race lines and another eye on the mirror to see just whether or not the young Malaysian driver has done a lot of driving around the region, both open wheelers and GT cars. He is very experienced, so you'd not discount the fact that you had a driver the calibre of Akash Nandi sitting just behind you. There he is on screen, number 29, Absolute Racing entry. Absolute Racing, an icon in the region. They've got a factory here at Shanghai, as they do at Sepang. Of course, all kicked off at Zhuhai, just across from Hong Kong, with Fabian Fior and Ingo Mata. They're an integral part of the development of motorsport in Asia at many levels. In fact, had two of their Audis on the podium in the Blancpain GT Series race yesterday. So Blancpain GT Series Asia race yesterday. I put my teeth in. And they'll be hoping for a similar kind of result today. And it's a young man by the name of Alessio Picariello, who they brought over from Belgium, from Europe, put him in an open wheeler in a development category such as this in past seasons, and he and another young guy by the name of Martin Rump, they were given an opportunity. That opportunity led them to a strong run yesterday. Martin Rump and Frankie Chung, his Chinese teammate, starting strongly off the front row of the field. Unfortunately, turned around in turn 1. But the opportunities came as a result of the involvement Absolute Racing had in the formative categories, the development categories of motorsport in Asia. And of course, at the moment, one of those is what's going on screen. Unfortunately, too, it looks like I've put the acid on Akash Nandi, who's up to 4th position. What's gone on there? Raoul Hyman has disappeared from the track. So whilst I've been looking at the timing monitors and talking to you about the development process of motorsport in Asia, Raoul Hyman has disappeared from position 2. Here is the driver in 2nd position in this race. That was the championship points leader, shown back in position number 9 and still dropping down the order. Has he gone through? What can I see here in front of me? Looks like Thomas Ludi. That's the number... No, that's Raoul Hyman. No, it wasn't. That was Thomas Ludi. Now, he's dropped back a little bit too in position number 14. Hyman now in position number 9. What has gone on there? So the 27 entry has dropped back. That now gives Jake Hughes an advantage of some 11 seconds. Still circulating in the 205s. Last time round, 205.944. Has not put a foot wrong in this championship this year. Of course, comes in with a lot of open wheel experience in F3, GP3. You see he's just balancing on the knife edge coming through the parabolica down at turn 11. Sorry, turn 13. I've missed a couple. Well, that is a big development. So now, Charles Leong up to position number 3. So here's the second of the High-Tech Dragon GP entry, still under fire from Akash Nandi. We saw Locker Brake coming down to turn 14, this part of the circuit last time around. Can he do anything in the slipstream? Closes into the gearbox of Charles Leong, pulls out of the slipstream. Unlikely he'll go around the outside there. Can he make the crossover? If Leong goes in too deep, no. Closes the door on the exit, then it's a drag race down through turn 15, down to turn 16. But unable to affect the pass. 205.7. He's going on and on and on. This is now the fastest lap of the race. Jake Hughes doing it again. Advantage out to 12 seconds. We're not too interested in that now. That looks fairly safe, although you would have expected that Raoul Hyman in position number 2 was in a good position to carry on. He's shown in position number 9, 206.47 last time round. He's 2.5 seconds back now from Liu, who's holding down position number 8. This is all important in this championship. In fact, the advantage provisionally between the two drivers coming into this round, 16 points. Now, by finishing back in position 9, you expect at best a couple of points for Raoul Hyman, whilst Jake Hughes could take a haul of 25 points. He could well take over the championship points lead if the results remain the same in this race. It'd be great to see back down the order to see that battle for position number 8. As Liu very quickly will come under fire from Hyman. Last time round, Liu's best 2:07.49. Rahul Hyman at 2:06.47. Second fastest on track, but not second in order. Whoa, a little bit of oversteer coming through turn 9. You can see just how hard Charles Leong is pushing. So you've got him wearing out his rears. You've got a flat spot likely on the left front of Akash Nandi after that barbecue exercise down at turn 16, turn 14 rather. Too many corners. In all reality, quite often the national championships in Asia will run the shorter national circuit, which runs across from turn, I had to say that, didn't I? It's not embedded in my brain, from turn 4 to turn 7. So turn 5, 6 down to the bottom corner does signify the full Grand Prix length circuit, and only fitting for this development category to be doing that. It's Charles Leong well and truly under fire from Akash Nandi in the Absolute Racing entry. What does the high-tech Dragon GP driver have for him? Now, speaking of Dragon, where is Dragon? He's in position number 13. Thomas Ludi is back to position number 14. Liu is leading the Masters class in position number 8. Haitao Yin in position number 2. And Takahashi Hata, strong opening leg. First couple of laps was very quick, but back in position number 12 now. He has an advantage of some 10 odd seconds over Dragon, back in position number 13. Thomas Ludi, the Black Arts Racing entry, is almost 6 seconds further back. Sadly for Jeremy Wahome, the English-based Kenyan driver is standing down in pit lane watching the monitors. That's unfortunate, holding 8th position in the opening laps of this race. 3 minutes left. Oh, almost contact with Akash Nandi down at turn 6. Takahashi very comfortable now. So for Charles Leong, ooh, very wide into turn 7. Needs to be careful there. Don't open the door, and more particularly, don't run offline onto the marbles. Marbles, I guess I should clarify what I'm saying. Bits of tyre rubber and dirt that are brought onto the circuit. Off the Optimum Racing line, it can get quite slippery. It's a great place to be when it's raining, but not so good during dry running. You'll be running on a clean, slick surface. Make the most of that GT Complete GTR1 tyre. Of course, these drivers running the Tartus F3T318 monocoque carbon chassis. First of these in the world to be run. This is certainly one of the cars that's likely to be a regular in F3 in coming seasons. Power plant was interesting too. It's the Alfa Romeo 1750 TBI engine, turbocharged 1742cc power plant. And they run a very reasonable 270 horsepower, 350 newton meters of torque, so plenty of torque, just under 600 kilograms dry weight without the driver. So good power to weight ratio, and you look at the overall lap times here at Shanghai International Circuit, and it is right on par with the current spec GT3 cars that run north of 600 horsepower. The last lap board is out, one more rotation to go. Jake Hughes leading now by just under 14 seconds. Charles Leong 3 seconds further back from Tomoki Takahashi. There he is on screen. In fact, no, he's not. That is Charles Leong. Looked white there for a second. Certainly the number 11 entry. There is the super license number 7 entry of Tomoki Takahashi. Akash Nandi in position number 4. Jaden Conroyd, some good championship points for him, up to position 5. He was winner last time out at Ningbo, round 6 of the championship. James Yu in position 7. Louis Pret, after that drama in the opening race for the Italian driver, position 7. Zhijian Liu in position number 6. Rahul Hyman still in position 9. It's only 3/10 behind Liu. That position could change. He needs this for his championship. Sadly, by not being able to move much further forward, we'll find out what has happened to him. But he will lose the championship points lead now to his teammate. He will start the second race this afternoon. I just need to clarify that I am in fact correct. No, he won't start from from the front row. Jaden Conroyd had a stunning Q2 run. He will start from position 2. James Yu, position 3. Rahul Hyman will start from position 4 for this afternoon's 9th round. Interesting to see what recovery he can make from there, but you would suggest with the performance of Jake Hughes, this is his 5th race this year, 5th victory. He has started each of those races from pole position. I'm I'm expecting, I don't know because I've got the timesheets in front of me, but he's probably set the fastest lap of every race he has done so far, coming through turn 16 for the final time, except he's coming through turn 14, through 15, into 16, and home for Jake Hughes. Perfect record so far this year, and just what the Dragon High-Tech GP team were looking for. Young Englishman takes the victory. Let's look down to the final corner. Tomoki Takahashi comfortably in position 2. Great result for the super licensed driver to go with third yesterday. And third across the line, Charles Leong back onto the podium that he lost in the dying stages of yesterday's race. Fortunately for Akash Nandi, unfortunately in one sense, not so unfortunate in another, he will take position 4. Comfortable 5th for Jaden Conroy. James Yu across the line in position 5. James Yu in position 6 behind Jaden Conroy. Louis Pret into position 7. Raoul Hyman about to come to the line by the looks of things. No, he's already crossed the line in position number 8. Took the position from Liu in the dying stages. Liu losing a little bit of ground. His last lap at 2:23. Raoul Hyman at 2:07. Haitao Yin in position number 10. Akash Gowda, after the disappointment of yesterday, crosses the line in position 11. Takashi Hato, not the greatest of runs for him. Set his fastest lap on the final lap of the race. Here's position 12. Dragon across the line in position 13. Thomas Liudi will take position 14, and just that solitary retirement for Jeremy Wahome. So perfect record intact for the number 34 entry of Jake Hughes, the High-Tech Dragon GP driver. 5 from 5, he will start this afternoon's 9th round of the season from pole position. Provisionally, he is your new championship points leader. Make sure you keep up to date with everything that's going on, including, well, to find out what happened to Raoul Hyman just a few laps ago, whilst he's comfortably in 2nd position and still in control of the championship points. Take a look at www.f3asia.com. Keep up to date with the multiple social media platforms in Chinese and English. Make sure you join us this afternoon at 3:55 p.m. CST time, Chinese time. We'll be on air a little bit earlier than that as we watch the 9th and final round from Shanghai International Circuit this season unfold for the maiden season of Formula 3 Asian Championship.
So you lead the race and you didn't leave the chance to others to overtake you. So is it too easy for you?
Yeah, the start was pretty difficult. Raul got alongside me, but I squeezed him to the inside of turn 1 just to try and scare him, I guess, to not commit to the corner, which is what happened. And yeah, kept the lead. He was quite quick in the early laps, so I think he stayed with me really well. So I had a bit of pressure, but I knew I couldn't make the mistake. Yeah, and then at some point mid-race, he had a problem, so I had a big gap, and yeah, the last 2 laps just took it easy.
And also we know that if you win the champion at this station, you will be the top 1 on the rank. And are you satisfied with your performance?
It's good for sure. I didn't expect to be leading the championship after the second race. Even if I won every race, if Raul finished second, then I wouldn't be championship leader at the moment. So yeah, for sure it helps with his problem, but it's a shame for the team. You know, Dragon High Set GP, we do a really good job, and we had a 1-2 in the race there for half of it. So that's a shame, but yeah, it's good for me, but bad for the team. So we'll see how we do in race 3. No problem.
Thank you. So before the race, I said we are expecting more from you, and you really did that. You now at the 2nd position. Are you satisfied?
I don't know what I mistake the start, but first lap is before the 3rd place. So after back straight and Raul, and I mistake the overland. I don't mistake. So sorry team. Car was good. Yes. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. OK， 你真的是一直都给我们带来惊喜。你今天呢又得到了我们的第3名，你是怎么做到的呢？
也是那样子，我觉得也没什么特别吧，就也是那样子开，然后也尽量做到不要失误吧。
那对我们下午的比赛有一个什么样的策略呢？
难说吧，我也不知道。然后当然我们也是想要去赢的吧。
OK， thank you。
different problem for him, but guys really so I think maybe he went into turn 1 and didn't shift down and then went wide. But on the second last lap, I got to the hairpin already in 5th gear.
Okay. Good fight behind.
Was it?
Charles really fight until the last meter with the crash. Well done, Charles. Hard, that's why they fight from the first until the last lap. That's why you open a gap.
Yeah. I could see it in the first lap that you two were fighting.
3 or 4 laps actually, and then with a cash.
Cash as well? Good fight.
The whole race is easy.
How you protect?
The whole race I was like, every time the curveball comes.
Then you have understood.
Okay. Yes. You move on the race today.
我不用好防的那么死，他都能到我，他能搞定。
我是应该上到这里。
我被人撞了，我右号被人撞了，医生被人撞了，他应该能追到1分。真的这么牛逼？
这个杯超级联赛呢，是原来的全民体育场比赛，就是中国手上最好原来的现场场体育比赛。
After the race, I cannot walk on Monday.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're now having a podium ceremony for 2018 Formula 3 Asia Championship Mixed Stage。女士们、先生们，现在是2018国际田径联赛当中的比赛，也是88回合的。Now the winner of the mixed stage, number 34, Shanghai GP,下面有请
We're in a press conference.
We'll wait with the questions until the cameraman is here. He's on the podium at the moment, so give us a few minutes.
Oh, good job. I'll just leave it. Hello.
Welcome to the press conference, the top 3 winners of the Formula 3 Asian Championship race round 2 in Shanghai. Congratulations to all of you. First of all, Jake, congratulations with your win, and also you're leading the championship now. With the last race of the Formula 3 being a clash with GP3 in Europe, and now leading the championship, have you already decided which race would get the preference, and also taking into account the super license points you will get with this championship?
I know what I would do. It's not necessarily my decision, unfortunately. But yeah, it's going very well for me. I feel like in that race, Raul was closer to me on pace. He was pushing me quite a lot. I knew I couldn't make a mistake, even if the gap looked like it wasn't a lot of pressure. I knew one mistake, he would be through. The car is it's difficult to drive on the limit, which is a good thing. And if you make the mistake, then it costs you a lot of lap time. So I knew even 1.5, 2 seconds is not enough. But yeah, at some point in the race, he had a problem, I think, and it was quite comfortable for me after that, obviously. But yeah, I feel like everyone is maybe getting used to the cars more and more. I think maybe with my experience, I got on top of it really quickly, and everyone is kind of, I'm already close to the limit, and everyone is sort of gaining on me. That's what it feels like to me. I don't know what it looks like from the outside. But yeah, in terms of going back to your original question, yeah, I think if the championship is still alive after Ningbo, and it looks good, then I know what I would like to do.
All right. We'll hope to see you at the last round.
Yeah, we will see.
Tomoki, well done. You had a very good race. Managed to finish second. Had some really tough battles with Charles, and you lost the position to him at the beginning of the race. What happened, and what did you do to get back your position?
レース前半でチャールズに抜かれたじゃん。でそれでまた抜き返して、何が起きたかっていう説明を簡単に。
スタートで失敗してしまって5位に落ちて、そこでいつもなら焦ってしまうところを1回切り替えて、落ち着いて順位戻したことが今日は一番の、いい部分かなと思います。
He had a bad start and then in the first lap, but usually he gets panic, but he breathed and then he just keep pushing forward to battle. So that was, success.
Okay, thank you. Charles, well done. Third place. Towards the end, you were catching up on Tomoki, but also you got under a lot of pressure from Akash towards the end of the race. How do you strategize and prioritize in such a scenario, and how do you try to keep the guy behind you while still moving forward?
Actually, I was under a lot of pressure at behind. Like, I've made a few mistakes, which is what I want, not what I want. So Tomoki he goes further after, and I think I hurt the rear tires quite a lot during the race. So at the end, I got kind of catch up by Akash. So we have a fight between us, and yeah, just manage it.
Okay, thank you very much. Anybody else, any questions? Okay, thank you very much. Group photo.
Yes, yeah. It's a lot. I'm sorry to whoever sits in this chair. It's a lot of sweat.
Right, if you can get the Masters class drivers. Welcome to the press conference for the Masters class. Congratulations to all the three winners. First question to Ryan. You are getting faster and faster every session, it seems. How did you prepare for this race?
Just sleep good and thinking, like yesterday I'm back to hotel and thinking about is there any place I can improve. So I think today, the first lap I was hit by in turn 6, lose some position, but I'm pretty happy I can get back position and follow the Lewis and front cars for a long time, and I think I'm quite happy with the whole journey, but definitely I can do better, yeah.
Okay, then the second question, how does it feel to be the fastest driver of your team, even though they finished ahead of you? Your fastest lap time was actually 2 or 3 tenths quicker than them.
Was a little bit surprised. Maybe they're so busy with fighting each other, maybe I got some toes, and I think, yeah. So it just keep thinking, learning, yeah.
Okay, great. To Shanghai Tao. You've been racing for quite a while now and in various racing series, but you were absent from single-seaters for a few years. How does it feel to be back behind the wheel of a single-seater race car?
Firstly, of course, really exciting, but yeah, you have no racing few years and back, something is really slower, lazy comeback, I think. And I did a mistake at the Racing Star, which, yeah. Okay, I did a mistake and really bad Racing Star. So I not really confident in the race. Some fighting on some situation. Maybe this is the reason. Long time no driving.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. To Takashi Hata, I noticed you did your fastest lap in the last lap of the race. Was the car getting better towards the end, or do you feel that the lack of running on a dry track, you are still learning the track and the situation?
最終ラップにベストタイムを更新しましたけども、それは車がどんどん良くなっていたのか、それとも、スリックでまだ走り慣れてないからどんどんこう、走れるようになってきたかっていうのを簡単に教えてください。
走っていくうちにオーバーステアが消えて走りやすくなってたからペースが上がりました。
Yeah, more laps he do, the oversteer gets less, so it was very comfortable for him to drive. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Anybody else? Any questions? Okay, thank you. Group photo.
Okay, ready.